The story starts off with a young girl called Momo Ayase who was out on a date with her boyfriend who threatened to call their date off if she didn't lend him money, but he would be willing to change his mind if she was down to make love, telling her she'd be the one paying for Love Hotel. Angered by his statement, Momo jumps at him, attempting to kick him in the face. He easily blocks her kick and proceeds to kick her, dropping her. He dumps her, saying he's done seeing her because she was broke and didn't put out, so he saw no point in dating her. Having her heart broken, she insults him, calling him a moron, fish brain, squid, and octopus. After the heartbreak, she goes to school telling her friends about how her date went, getting them to laugh at the insults she threw at her ex-boyfriend. Momo's friend reminds her that she warned her not to date the guy, asking her if she could even name one good thing about him. She tells them the reason she went out with that guy was because he looked like Kentaka Kora, a well-known actor, getting her friends to sigh in annoyance, saying, "Here we go again, and God, you make me sick." Seeing their reaction fires up Momo, asking them what was wrong with that, and that she liked hard-boiled tough guys. Her friends remind her that guys like that are extinct. They do not exist anymore. Getting Momo to walk out of the class, sulking and asking for anyone to console her, she walked past other classes until she stumbled upon one where she witnessed some students disturbing a student who was busy reading, throwing papers at him. One of the students got an idea and decided to put a magnet inside one of the papers. Just as he was about to throw it, Momo sits on the seat next to the kid they were bullying and gives them a cold stare, getting all of them to stop. Seeing her, they all sat back down and turned away, leaving the kid. Momo notices the kid reading a book and asks what he was reading. The boy nervously remained in his seat, and he didn't have the courage to respond to her question. Frustrated at how everything went quiet, she walked out wondering if the world was just full of scumbags. The boy watched her leave the class before he glanced back at the book he was reading. Momo walked around the hallway fuming, wondering how she could unleash the stress she had perked up inside. The boy walked out of class and called her name, getting her attention. He looked away, too nervous to look at her, and muttered, "I know what you're into," which confused Momo. He said, "I know what you're into" again, getting her to ask how many times he was going to repeat himself. Seeing how he had no friends and Momo going out of her way to talk to him, he had only one explanation for why she would do that. Figuring he meant she liked him, Momo gave him a blunt expression, putting a stop to his thoughts, telling him, "You've got the wrong idea." She continues saying, "I'm not trying to be your friend. Just forget what happened back there." The boy, annoyed by her statement, ignored her and showed her the book he was reading, saying President Obama has already been to Mars. The whole Project Pegasus revealed. Confused by what he was talking about, Momo asks, "Say what now?" He asks if she was interested in the paranormal, which she refuses, stating she doesn't believe in UFOs or aliens. The boy corrects her, telling her he was talking about UAPs, not UFOs. UAP stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. The American military has acknowledged the existence of UAPs and has created a branch called Space Force, while Japan has founded the Japan Air and Space Self-Defense Force, preparing for a space war, which backs up the boy's claim of aliens existing to be true. Tired of his alien talk, Momo snaps, getting the boy to drop his book, startling him, telling him she's dealing with a broken heart and that she's not in the mood for this nonsense. She even goes too far, saying talking about stuff like this is why he has no friends, and not to talk with her like they're friends. She walked away, leaving the boy dejected. She stopped a few seconds later, feeling sorry. She apologized, saying she went too far. She walked back and picked up the book for him, saying she doesn't believe in aliens but she does believe in spirits, before handing him back his book. The boy laughs at her statement and tells her there's no such thing as spirits, which got her mad, yelling at him, "I went along with your nonsense, and you have the nerve to just shut me down." He yells back at her, saying please do not belittle the paranormal because spirits are nothing compared to aliens in his eyes. Momo then confidently states her grandmother is a spirit medium, and the boy has no idea what that means. She asks him if he had ever seen an exorcism, telling him it was scary and that the possessed person had fits. Just remembering the exorcism her grandmother performed got her terrified. The boy responds with the possibility of fits being caused by an illness and that there's no proof that spirits actually exist. Annoyed, Momo asks if he had ever had an alien offer him a ride in a UFO, indicating that he had never seen aliens, so why would she believe they exist? While the two argue, Momo's friends hide behind a wall, spying on the two, wondering if she gave up on Kentaka Kora for the geek type. Seeing how their argument was going nowhere, Momo proposed a challenge, saying if she can prove spirits are real, then he has to be her personal servant. The boy happily accepts her challenge and states if he shows her some UAPs she become his servant.